Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, everybody. Please be seated. Thank you, Daniel Rodriguez. As always, he gives so much of his time to all of these kind of occasions where we celebrate America. And Danny has a wonderful show coming up in the city on July 23rd. And anybody interested on information, please see Danny later on. And of course, thank you, Fort Hamilton, for that wonderful color guard presentation. You know, this building was built in 1848, and I don't think it ever recognized the Medal of Honor recipient before. So welcome to Brooklyn. I am Ed Shloeman, co-chairman of David Lynch Foundation's Operation Warrior Wellness, and our mission is to help heal the hidden wounds of war, post-traumatic stress. Today, June 27th, is Post-Traumatic Stress Awareness Day in our nation. Thank you all again for coming, and we are representing here 2.6 million Brooklynites who thank you for what you do for us. Brooklyn has always been in the forefront of thanking military, and we go back not too far from here where the George Washington's troops were overcome by the British. And George Washington, not too far from here, said, "Good God, what brave fellows this day I must lose." And I say that today, good God, what brave fellows today we must lose. And we lose 22 of them a day to post-traumatic stress. It's a national disgrace, and it's an epidemic. And I had to catch my Brooklynese. It's an epidemic. And together, we will work to overcome that epidemic. Just the other day, the City Council has allocated $400,000 to various veterans organizations to overcome mental health in the city of New York. The Borough President is one of the biggest spokespeople for what we need to give back to those suffering from the hidden wounds of war. But now it's my privilege to introduce the Borough President, a retired NYPD captain, 4 times New York State Senator, and now our Borough President and my good friend Eric Adams. And above all, we both believe that transcendental meditation is one of the cures for the hidden wounds of war. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Ed. And Ed has really championed this cause, and we cannot thank him enough. And if all of you in attendance have not realized it, the former commissioner of FDNY's, Sal and I, as well as our Medal of Honor, we all go to the same barber, and we all have the same smooth haircut. You know, we don't honor you, you honor us. Your presence is amazing. And the Medal of Honor, to realize that the number of men and women who are in active duty and are Medal of Honor recipients really gives an indication of how important this award is. And it is an award that can follow its lineage of the number of Medal of Honor recipients throughout our military history. So you are among the best of the best. No one would argue that America has one of the finest military apparatus and men and women that the entire globe is aware of. And oftentimes we symbolically talk about our patriotism, and we talk about how much we love our men and women in the military. But bogged down in that conversation, it doesn't materialize into the actual application of having a welcome mat when they come home. And that troubles me. It troubles me when I was the chair of Veteran Affairs in the State Senate, and we pushed through many pieces of legislation to ensure that our returning vets that were willing to wear military green and military blues, that they can come home and wear the blue suit of a businessman, that they can be the first hired as firefighters and police officers, that they can be our teachers and other professionals. If we only can finally realize what we receive with the discipline of a military personnel, we will learn how we can be a better country, not during only wartime, but during peacetime. And I believe that symbols that you represent by doing this tour of coming and visiting various locations will send a strong message that will resonate on all Americans, that we must do more in a very real, tangible way of ensuring that our young men and women who return home receive the necessary support and guidance and assistance. Nothing tears at my heart more than when I hear what happened even during the mortgage foreclosure and meltdown. Countless number of men and women who were abroad fighting for this country were losing their homes during the foreclosure crisis. No safeguards or protections were put in place. And that's not the America that I want to be a part of. That's not the America that states when bomb burst in air that our flag was still there. And our flag can not only be hanging on our homes to symbolically say we appreciate our men and women who we sit under the tree of freedom because they watered that tree with their blood. And we can do more in government to make sure everything from the VA crisis that is really a black eye on our country to the largest number of homeless population are men and women who come from military assignments. We had a great GI Bill years ago that was watered down, that did not allow our men and women to have the GI Bill and give them the benefits that they deserve. So we need a renewal of our energy and spirit. We need a recommitment to those who put their lives on the front line for us. And I want to lead that charge in the borough of Brooklyn. This is a great borough. And I think you showed the great level of wisdom by stopping and hanging out in here for a while. You know, I don't know why you want to be in Manhattan anyway. Brooklyn is the center of the universe. So, you know, Sergeant Carter, I can't say it enough. You know, I lost an uncle in Vietnam. I remember as a child growing up. And when the news came over that we lost him during Vietnam, I remember, you know, the impact of our entire family and what it meant. And both my uncles both served. One retired, and the other, as I stated, we lost him. And they really had an impact on me that I came into law enforcement, and my younger brother followed me into law enforcement. So, you know, serving and protecting has been part of our DNA. And, you know, we could only, you know, show our respect and honor for you as being a Medal of Honor, awarded that medal, a high medal that's truly just an honorable place to be in the country we call America. And so we thank you. We thank you, the 2.6 million people in the borough of Brooklyn. Just want to let you know we thank you for your courageous act that took place in Afghanistan, a war that will linger on for years. But the memories of what you have done is something that we all are proud of. And I want to thank Ed and what we are trying to do behind PTSD. We can't make the mistakes we made during the 60s when our military personnel, instead of coming home to the necessary treatment they deserve, they begun the process of self-medication and went to heroin and other drugs and crimes and incarceration, imprisonment. And we can't make that mistake. And I want to share with you that here in the state of New York, with the help of Senator Larkin, who was a full colonel service, and I thank you very much for that. So please come up. We want to give you a proclamation. It's not as great as the medal. And this office of the President of the Borough of Brooklyn, the city of New York, whereas the liberty and rights enjoyed by all Americans depend on the courageous men and women who answer the call of duty to defend our great nation. It is most fitting that we honor those that serve admirably and with great honor. Whereas all of Brooklyn gathers to celebrate and honor a leader among us, one who has championed the cause of freedom through an outstanding military career of heroism, as well as unparalleled leadership and bringing awareness to the hidden wounds of war. And whereas on behalf of all Brooklynites, I salute Staff Sergeant Ty Michael Carter, as he's justifiably recognized here in Brooklyn for his valor and true American spirit. And I thank him for all that he has done to make Brooklyn and our country a safer place, helping our great borough move forward as one Brooklyn. Now, therefore, I, Eric Adams, President of the baddest borough in the city of New York, Brooklyn, New York, do hereby proclaim Friday, June 27, 2014, Staff Sergeant Ty Michael Carter, Medal of Honor recipient. Welcome to Brooklyn Day in Brooklyn, USA. Signed, Eric Adams, Borough President. Thank you, Sergeant. Please say a few words.
All right. Oh, thanks. It's the hairdo, right? It's the hairdo. It's an honor to be here. I'm very proud to participate and be a part of anything that follows the same mission, which I've been trying to bring light to ever since the announcement was made of my receiving the Medal of Honor. What people don't understand is that post-traumatic stress is more common than anybody can ever believe. The most common form of post-traumatic stress is a car accident. It's not a combat thing, it's a person thing. Now, in the world, or actually especially in the United States, there is a stigma in the civilian population. A lot of people believe that if an individual has a high form of post-traumatic stress, that they might do something irrational or crazy and harm others. So then their ability to get jobs in the civilian world has been drastically reduced. Part of what I'm doing is to educate them on what post-traumatic stress truly is. It's an instinctive, reflexive response of your body and mind to recall a traumatic incident so you can avoid repeating it. And this is with everybody. It could be, if you're a small child, an argument in school could be considered a trauma, or viewing a car accident. You don't even have to be in it. This is an everybody thing. This is not just a military thing. And if we allow ourselves, or if we educate the civilian population on this sort of thing, the fact that the war in Afghanistan is dying down, the market is going to be flooded with highly qualified, very professional, extremely well-trained individuals who are going to be discriminated against because of the fact they've gone to combat and people believe they have a high form of post-traumatic stress. This is not true. You could never find a better person to employ than somebody who's gone through the experience of an entire lifetime in 1 year of deployment. This individual can lead your team. They have the understanding of what reality is. There's no illusions. They show up on time. Most of them can pass your analysis. And they know what it's like to be a part of a team and work for the common good of your company. This is one of the things, this is one of the reasons why I'm proud to be here, and I'm proud to be a part of this, so that I can help these individuals help me do my mission. So thank you.
How you doing?
Sound like him, though.
Everybody's different. You never know what's going to work for somebody. You got some good pipes.
We want to do something here during the whole day.